Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching to the shores of Azeroth. We, as you can clearly see, are in the kingdom of Lordaeron. The Scourge threatens to advance upon the world, and who better than the Alliance to prevent its march? But good King Tyrannus of Lordaeron is old, his wife long dead, but his son is a bright shining beacon of hope. Can he be the one to challenge the Scourge, to push it back, and to lead the people of the Alliance to a bright future? Well, today that's what I'm going to find out. Now, as we all know in the story of Warcraft, or if you're not familiar, this guy right here is the Lich King right now, but eventually Arthas, due to some very unfortunate events, he does become the Lich King. So it's my goal here today to try to prevent this from happening, and to see if I can not only make Arthas a strong leader and Lord of Lordaeron, but if I can also just, hopefully not turn into the Lich King. But I guess we're going to find out what happens. We're just going to hit go right off the bat, and we're just going to see how this goes. I'm going to pick Gallant because I feel like that's the most logical one, and because it makes sense to me. We're going to marry our soulmate, Princess Jaina, because I feel like Arthas should have done that long ago. Alright, there's an outbreak happening. High King Tyrannus, my father, calls upon me to investigate the rumors of a plague in the Northlands. My entire upbringing has prepared me for this moment. It is time to fulfill my duty and to protect those in need. Whatever it takes, Muradin's training has made me a capable warrior, while Uthar has shown me the ways of the light. I love Uthar. He's such a great character in the game. If you've never played Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne, or the Reign of Chaos, this is where this story takes place. The plague has apparently turned its victims into violent vessels. Local reports describe the dead being resurrected into something inhuman, creating monstrosities. Trouble is brewing in the north, and I must act quickly. So I don't exactly know what the choices are going to be that I'm going to have to turn away from. I cannot remember the lore of this too well. So I'm going to try my best, but if I do end up turning into the Lich King, I do have a contingency plan where I'm going to try to destroy Lordaeron and take all of it. But we'll see if I do that. I would rather try to destroy the Scourge and have a happy ending for our boy here. All right, light guide my path. Let's see what happens here. I am now married. My rose, to think that I can embrace you openly now with the blessings of both the light and the people around us. All right, so we've done the first right thing. We made him marry Jaina, which is good. All right, I think that now that he's not getting... Oh man, oh my god, look how good Kel'Thuzad looks. Good lord. Wow, that's a great model. Anyway, I'm going to read this. If you're unfamiliar, Kel'Thuzad is like a necromancer, and he works for, I believe he might actually work for the Lich King. The Lich King was like an orc who the Burning Crusade turned into that. It's a whole lot of lore. There's a bunch of videos for it if you're curious. Okay. We have finally entered the plagued region. As we continue, we reach an abandoned farm and granary. It looks as if the land around the granary is dying. The men are shaken as they discover the abominations and armed skeletons encircling our expedition. The sergeant shouts, "Lock your shields and defend yourselves." Behind the creatures, a group of robed mages retreat. One of them commands, "We've been discovered, my brothers. Flee and continue with the operation." Through battle, our swords slash them down. "What were those creatures, Sergeant?" I ask. "Undead, my lord," he replies. Who was that wizard dressed in black? So we have, it looks like we're following along on the story path that Arthas takes during the Reign of Chaos. I believe his turn, technically, I'm pretty sure I remember when this happens. His shift from this good lad to chaotic, but I hopefully I'll be able to prevent it when we get to it. We're married. We're going to have a wee celebration as we're wandering about here. I'm going to collect some money. All right, here we go. As we approach Anderhall, a slight chill sets, as well as an uneasy feeling. I can see it in the eyes of my men as we walk amongst the deserted streets devoid of any life and littered with boxes of foul grain. Deeper in the city stands a sickly man, yet one oozing with power. Decaying corpses animated by an unholy force standing guard around him. "We meet again," the necromancer says. "Have you come to stop me?" "It doesn't matter. I am but a simple pawn serving the Lord Mal'Ganis." Oh, he serves the Lord of Chaos, I see. Yeah, one of the Burning Crusade, okay. "If you wish to stop the inevitable, go to Stratholme in despair at the sight of our great scourge. Foul knave!" And nothing happened, I didn't get hurt. Our group arrives in Hearthglen after a long period of marching. The necromancer's words linger in the back of my mind. As we traverse farther into the city, I make note of the soldiers training in the field, or in the village square, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said field. A footman greets our group. "Prince Arthas, a monstrous army of undead warriors has appeared in the night and begun attacking villages indiscriminately. Now it's moving towards us." The preparations for the battle are already in full swing. As the soldiers begin to march, I am alarmed by the sight of the shipment of crates, which bear the sigil of Anderhall. Oh no. The soldiers try to calm us by saying it's already been distributed to the village. At that moment, the skin of the people around us begins to darken. Now, if you remember, the shipment of grain is how the Scourge starts infecting people in the Alliance lands. So when Arthas comes, he sees this box and he's like, we're already too late. And basically, that's kind of the crux of this whole situation. Arthas is sort of always one step behind the Scourge, from what I'm remembering. They're limitless. We have arrived in Stratholme. This is a very pivotal moment in the story of Arthas. The weary road draws to an end. In front of us lies the port city of Stratholme, home of the Order of the Silver Hand, where he was trained as a paladin. My scouts returned from its gates with wretched news. These people have all been infected. They may look fine now, but it's just a matter of time before they turn into the undead. My men take positions outside the walls and await my orders. I know I will find Mal'Ganis inside, but this plague will bring destruction to the rest of our people. Our actions will have dire consequences, not only for the citizens, but our followers as well. We can do so what happens in the story as Arthas tries to do basically the lesser of two evils. He tries to purge the city, to destroy it, because he feels that it's the only way to get rid of the Scourge like once and for all. Evacuating them would be a really bad idea, only because then they would just be able to spread even more throughout the area. I think I'm going to do a quarantine. He is going to get stressed, but I feel like this is a pivotal turn from what he actually decided to do. So we're going to do a quarantine. The quarantine of Stratholme. Prince Arthas marches impatiently through our encampment as the days pass. Yes, I do that. Our encampment has sealed the city shut. Screams and unnatural noises were heard over the course of the first few days from inside, but now it's eerily silent. The passivity of our decision drives many of our allies to desertion. The only foes we find are small pockets of undead scouts and our own restlessness. Finally, the last sounds of madness leave the city and we decide to enter. Mal'Ganis and his undead forces are nowhere to be found, nor are the citizens. We did what we could. The expedition has ended, and we are returning home. The grand city of Stratholme has been overcome. And there is a war beginning, and I'm going to rise up. I'm going to create some forces here. So we did manage to turn away. We did not turn into the Lich King, which honestly, there's a lot of events that would pretty much happen if Arthas did somehow deny the call of what is basically fate from every single source. Like, there's basically literal gods that want to turn him into what he eventually turns into. So, like, in reality, he had no choice. There wasn't really much he could have done. It was kind of preordained. Uh-oh. I ran into a bunch of undead that were just rising. Ugh. Allied combatants slain. What sucks though is that once they slay them, they turn them like immediately, which is nuts. So it looks like the main bulk of our forces are crushing them, but I don't actually know if we're gonna have enough here, because realistically he should be calling everyone, and he's not. They're just sweeping over us. There's no way we're gonna be able to do anything about this. So he seized a huge chunk of our lands. Oh my god. Well, of course we lost the war. Look at what he's doing. Alright, that's fine. That's just a temporary setback. We can certainly recover from this. He just has a huge army. My wife is pregnant. At least I have that, I guess, going on. I am concerned. The Alliance doesn't seem that strong, at least to be able to, like, stand against this, because they have, like, 40,000 troops. Even though... Oh, I had a son. Arthas II. May grow strong and wise, Arthas Menethil, who also has otherworldly. What does that mean? Oh, you get magic. I don't think magic is actually in the game yet. So I'm just gonna raise him for now. I'm gonna educate him. And then I'm going to also make it for the art of warfare. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, this is not good. He has a ton of allies. He really could call them. Oh my god, who are you attacking now? The Scourge is just blowing up, dude. I can't remember how the Scourge gets stopped. It's, I don't remember. I'm not recalling. Oh my god, they're invading Dalaran now. That's Ironforge up there. Nice. Ironforge is definitely carrying the brunt of this battle here, because I can't do anything. Stormgrad. I don't know where Stormwind is. Maybe they're gonna come up. This is insane, dude. This is literally insane. There's so many troops. Although, I mean, the Iron Forgers have like a 20,000 strong army. So, we'll see. This is a pretty big force fighting against each other. Okay, here we go. They got in there and wrecked them, dude. Nice. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, really we should win because their troops aren't that good. Uh-oh. I am the new king. With the passing of my father, King Tyrannus, the responsibility to lead the vast high kingdom now falls upon me. Well, I am now a high, strong king of Lordos, of this stuff. I feel like my duke could do this. Definitely don't let them just come up here. Here we go. Hey, y'all. You want to, like, turn around? What are you doing? Oh, Dalaran's down here. I see. They're just going to defend. They're going to come down. We're going to march in. We're going to smash them right here. I don't know how this is going to go. Didn't expect to be king all of a sudden. Alright, so they did try to come back down. What does he have to do if we enforce our demands? His realm falls apart, freeing vassals, giving land to claimants, and defeated characters leaves or break the union. Wow, interesting. Interesting, okay. Well, we're definitely going to crush them. We're going to smash them right here. And where is the capital of Lordaeron supposed to be? I think isn't it here in the city of Lordaeron? The war should be almost over now. Alright. We now have too many lands because it looks like the Scourge was broken up. Oh. Wow, okay. So apparently we won. Oh my god. Okay, so the Scourge is gone? Leave the Alliance. It looks like that was it. The Frozen Throne has crumbled. Arthas managed to withstand the forces of evil, and now the Scourge has ended. It is over, and it is gone, because we won that war of defense, which is actually kind of insane to me. I'm flabbergasted. Definitely gonna move our capital back to Lordaeron. I'm actually really surprised that happened. I'm curious now. I want to, like, look around. It looks like there are still... Ah, here he is. Ner'zhul. So there is still a priest Ner'zhul. And he does still exist. He's just sort of collapsed. I wonder if he's going to reconsolidate his stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So now I'm kind of debating on what I would even do at this point. So honestly, I'm kind of satisfied. That was absolutely chaotic. Not at all what I was expecting, but I think that's kind of one of the cool things this mod can afford, is that you can sort of create your own narratives here and kind of move in interesting ways. I'm very curious to see what happens if you say yes. So I think what we're gonna do now is we're going to now reload, and I'm going to check on the other path. I'm gonna try and, I guess, pursue the Lich King path, just because I want to see. I'm really curious. I obviously turned away at the right moment, so let's see what happens if we don't turn away. All right, so we're back here at the pivotal moment when Arthas has to decide between between purging the city and quarantining it. I'm going to purge it this time and see what happens. The Culling of Stratholme. This is what it's called in the lore as well. Following my decision, torment screams and fierce battle echoes through the streets. The boundary between living and undead, good and evil blurs indistinguishable. The culling is unbroken. During the day and night, the flames of the burning city illuminate the dark sky. Our spirits are held up solely by my mad will. So basically what Arthas, he goes into the city and people know who Arthas is. They're like, oh my god, the prince is here. He's here to save us. And then he just starts cutting them down. And I cannot imagine how difficult that would be, not only for him, but for, like, the people involved. Like, it's obviously it's a huge moment in the lore. Like, a lot of people turn away from him, but they also, like, Jaina and Uthor turn away from him at this point. But they also don't really offer him any help. So there wasn't much for Arthas to do. He's like 23 years old, and he does what he thinks is the best choice because no one else is making a choice. Anyway, inside the city we find Mal'Ganis, but he does not perish here. Mal'Ganis directs us to settle the score on the Arctic land of Northrend, which is this up here. So we're still not up there, we're down here. His words still resonate when he has long since teleported away. 3 days pass until the city is reduced to nothing but ruins, and the survivors finally find time to catch their breaths. We did what we could as us turning away. We're going to go to the ends of the earth. And we will have our vengeance, which is this is now the lore accurate response. At the ends of the earth, I am now with my friend Prince Mardwin of the Iron Forge, who we actually, I think, find on accident. I think he was one of our traders, too. It took a full month, but we finally have reached Northrend. When my forces reach the shores of this barren land, almost all of the men become unsettled by the dark shroud lurking above our feet, along with the sharp wind. I command our forces to swiftly make way inland. Despite this landscape, I feel nothing. We barely made it past the shores until we stumble upon a dwarven camp and their leader, Moradin Bronzebeard, my old mentor and friend. After establishing our base camp, he said that his purpose here is to recover a rune blade called Frostmourne. Could it be a similar blade like the one that has haunted my dreams? Basically, he's been dreaming of Frostmourne as a way to destroy this scourge, and it's been like in his brain. I feel like there needs to be some in-between slices, like maybe some dreams that he's having. That would be really cool. Anyway, we're going on our outbreak expedition. One early dawn, we find that a zeppelin has landed on our base camp. An emissary from Lordaeron has arrived to deliver Tyrannus' royal decree. Our expedition is to return to Lordaeron immediately. High King Tyrannus has recalled us. As quickly as they come, the spineless crowds depart. At last they have the respect... At last they have the respect to part with their last report on undead sightings. The roads to the shore have been recaptured by the undead. The camp captain has already ordered the lumbermen to cut a safe way through the woods to the ship's landing. The future of our mission is uncertain. We can either let them run, or we can do what he did, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to burn the ships. We're already here. If my warriors abandon me, I will never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore. We'll need more men to fight our way through the undead. Prince Moradin mentions a few mercenary camps they've come across, so we seek them out. I feel so bad for Prince Moradin. He really just tried to help Arthas this whole time, and he gets absolutely shafted. Anyway, with these mercenaries, who are trolls, we can defeat the undead. One by one, all the ships are scorched. The departing men reach us just in time to see the last one burn. Here's my opportunity. I hold the sellswords responsible and lead my men to attack them. Now, this is definitely when you could say Arthas he's kind of shifting. He's a bit... he basically hired these people, and then he's like, look, they did it! In this land, we will stand or fall together. I cannot believe he would do that. And so we have arrived at the Chamber of Frostmourne. Having escaped Mal'Ganis, we defeat the Guardian of the Cave. Now nothing will stop Moradin and me from reaching Frostmourne. Moradin kneels to read the plaque on the altar. Hold, lad, there's an inscription on the dais. It's a warning. It says, whomever shall take up this blade shall wield power eternal. Just as the blade rends flesh, so must power scar the spirit. Oh, I should have known. The blade is cursed. Let's get the hell out of here. Ignoring this warning, I take the sword from the altar, which causes its icy casing to explode, killing my old friend Moradin. I'll give anything, or pay any price. And now I will equip Frostmourne, which gives a +7 to prowess. It should be like 10, honestly. Anyway, the men that were left to defend our base are overwhelmed by the undead. Fortunately, the tide of battle is in our favor with the power of Frostmourne. I was right to take it. With his forces dead for good, I find Mal'Ganis, who is standing unfazed, grinning ear to ear. Basically, so let me explain this real quick. Mal'Ganis wanted Arthas to get Frostmourne. Like, they thought that this guy was working for them, because that's basically what they made him for. They made him to spread their scourge across the land so that the Burning Crusade could basically invade this world. But Ner'zhul still had a little bit of some grudges from them turning him into a Lich King, so he basically has his own designs. And he is about to show him what those designs happen to be. You hear the voice of the Dark Lord. What does he say, young human? He tells me that the time for my vengeance has come. After a short exchange of combat, I achieve the upper hand and drive Frostmourne into the Dreadlord. As I pull out the rune blade, Mal'Ganis draws his final breath. The corpse of the demon slowly disintegrating, the voice of the blade intensifies, guiding me beyond the veil of snow and mist. As the shouts of men grow fainter with each step, I heed the voice of Frostmourne. Mal'Ganis Yangerthin returns to the twisting nether. You become a vassal of the Lich King Ner'zhul. You become undead and convert to this, and I change my culture to damned. Traits. You've gained the trait undead. Arthas is now undead, and my spouse hates me. Betrayed our promise. I'm going to divorce her. Oh, I can't. It won't let me. She has to be married to an undead person now. Sorry, Jaina. With my decision to convert, I arranged for the priest to come to my court. Oh, I say glory to death. It looks as if we've arrived. Arthas' betrayal. After weeks of traveling, we finally make it back to Lordaeron. As I walk through the streets, the people cheer with glee. For them, they see Prince Arthas the victorious. But I have changed. Those who dare to approach and speak see what I have become. I left home with the sole purpose of vengeance, but now my purpose is greater. I have returned, Father. I push the doors open. Father rises from his chair to greet me as I kneel. His voice fading into the background as the voice of the blades echo. Yes, it must be done. You no longer need to bear the weight of your crown, Father. And I, Arthas, kill my father, High King Tyrannus II. It is done. I feel no remorse, no shame, no pity. Yet I've damned everyone and everything I've ever loved in the name of the Lich King. Nobles, commoners, it all doesn't matter. All will serve me and the Lich King. With the court reshaped and the county of Lordaeron left burning, word of what has occurred will spread just as fast as the burning flames to land far beyond. I must act quickly and take advantage of this new chaos by purging the rest of the Empire. Only then will we be able to withstand invasion from the neighboring lands. I obey the Lich King. So now, we have this absolutely massive thing. I think there's a bit of a bug going on here, where the, there we go. Messenger has come with grave news. Oh, there's a bit, I see. Lordaeron is now a land of undead. And these are, I believe, my forces? I'm gonna disband them. Dark Covens. So who are my men-at-arms now? Okay, so it looks like... I wonder if I have the option. I do have ghouls. I have a lot of options, actually. I have no player heir. Of course I don't. We're gonna do House of Warriors. I'm not married, and now Arthas has turned into this very evil version of himself, and Lordaeron is still under my command, but just not in the same way, and the Scourge rages on, and so this is basically the difference now, because now we're doing the Great Invasion. There's a Great Invasion of Ice Mist, and they're going to be attacking these Tauren and just absolutely wrecking them. So my liege is at war with these guys right here. We're just gonna offer a little helping hand, make sure that everything goes according to plan. I have too many lands. I'm just gonna let it go. Frostmourne also does become stronger every time you kill somebody in battle with it, which is super cool, and that also makes sense. It looks like the Scourge gets a bonus to sieges as well, because they just steamroll people. Yes, of course, the ancient Roman, the Warcraft character, Rome. I feel like I would gain Reckless. That seems aggressive attacker. Sure, take the reins. Take the reins, my baby girl. Nice. We won the war. Nice, 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 nice. He declared war on these guys. I'm going to join the war. Smash them up in there. I'm wounded, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. I don't know if you can. I made a friend. Narzul is my buddy. These are insane, dude. Chivalric dominance, knight efficiency plus 75%. I have 0 piety, which makes sense. I'm terrible. I'm literally a monster. I killed my father. Cold blood, just murdered him. The Scourge spreads beautifully. I wonder if there's going to be an option. Invite Dreadguards. Ooh. Nice, 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 nice. I'm kind of curious. I would like to invite some Dreadguards just to see. This one I'm definitely going to help with. Because this is how we won last time. Remember, we invaded Dalaran. Or they invaded Dalaran and we managed to hold them off. You wanna... I mean, yeah, I'll give you a good tumble. Thank you. Keep giving me them. Keep sending them my way. I know you love me, Papa, for you created me. And I will make you proud. I'll make you proud, Papa. This is like... no wonder this is considered the easy mode. Good God, dude. This is insanely, like... It's insanely easy to do this. Wow, that's sad, actually. How appropriate, how fitting that I would... Who did I kill? Who am I slaying? Oh my God. Sure. Just keep on building the Dread Guard. Oh man. Oh man. If we win this... Oh my God, dude. Jesus. Oh my... He's moving, man. He is moving. Oh, he declared war on those people. What did they do? They didn't do nothing. Too many bowmen. I would like to see what else we got here. Frost worms. Oh my God. I can get frost worms? Are you serious? Dude, oh my God. That's sick. It's really, really cool. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, let me destroy my, or get rid of my troops for now. I can take that. He's got like no troops, so I'm gonna do it. So there's no hope for him, dude. He's gonna get wrecked, like, immediately. Man's gonna get absolutely annihilated. Siege that for 10 months. I do think they get a bonus, honestly. Just absolutely crush him. Crush him real fast. Smash him up. Thanks, bud. No one will challenge me. I mean, I'm Arthas. Come on. Come on. No, who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me? Is it this guy? No. It's too late. Nice. Did it. Done. Enforced demands. Bye-bye. Lordaeron grows by the day. It continues to rise up. Do I have any, like, county problems? I would assume I do. I would assume that being an undead monster would make people unhappy. It does seem like the Scourge is going to be an unstoppable mass of doom and death, and we've just lost the trait Wounded, which is really nice. Interestingly enough, the Night Elves actually have probably the biggest chance of survival against us, although they're not part of the Alliance, I don't think, yet. Yeah, they're just chilling over here. But I think that's going to be it for this one, because I wanted to just make a quick little video to sort of highlight this whole storyline anyway. But I really, really enjoy what they've done so far, and this is still an alpha. I just want to point that out. This isn't a complete mod by any means. So you're going to see a whole lot more stuff for this coming forward as it progresses, and I think it's going to be pretty much one of the most brilliantly assetted mods for Crusader Kings 3. It is really cool. Plus, who doesn't love Warcraft? I mean, it was a huge part of so many lives. I played World of Warcraft a ton between the vanilla to the Wrath of the Lich King, or whatever. I think that was what was that what the DLC was called? I can't recall. But huge part of my life. Very, very fond memories of it. So I think being able to play as Arthas, being able to not only be, you know, the Arthas that we know, the Lich King, although I assume maybe there might be eventually an option to where you can just become the Lich King. But as of right now, it doesn't look like that's really a choice. I don't know. Maybe there's like an expanding storyline that they're going to put in where basically, you know, I cannot remember how it happens. I'm remembering less for how Arthas becomes the Lich King. I know he basically like takes over for this guy. He like goes to the Frozen Throne and like kills, and they fuse together, but my memory is kind of fuzzy as far as that goes. So if somebody wants to remind me in the comments, that'd be cool. But anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little visit to Azeroth, as Lordaeron was both saved from and destroyed by the Scourge. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube junk. I post weekly one-offs on every Wednesday, and I usually have series coming on Mondays and Fridays rather. I usually don't post on the weekend. I try to keep them to about 3 days a week so that I can also have, you know, a normal person life. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.